Are you ready to really transform your volleyball game? In this explainer, we're diving deep into the one thing that separates good players from truly great ones, the low game. We're going to cover everything from how to build the champion's mindset all the way to a concrete action plan you can literally start using this week to make those game-saving digs and passes.
So, let's kick things off with a super powerful thought from the legend himself, Karch Kiraly. You know that feeling, right? That gut punch of regret when you wish you could have a do-over on a tough dig or a shanked pass? Well, here's the secret. That's not a skill problem. It's a preparation problem. And today, we're going to solve it.
All right, so here's our roadmap. First, we're going to forge that champion's mindset. Then, we'll get into the whole practice like you play philosophy. After that, we'll jump into some specific game-changing drills. And finally, we're going to wrap it all up into a weekly plan so you can guarantee you're making progress. Let's do this.
Okay, first up, let's build the foundation. Because, before you can master any physical skill, especially those split-second decisions you need for a solid low game, you absolutely have to master your mindset.
The fix really does start in your head. Volleyball Canada has this really smart way of looking at it called the person pillar. The whole idea is that it's not just about your technique. It's about building a complete, resilient, and fulfilled athlete from the inside out.
So this breaks it down into 3 key areas that have a huge impact on your low game. First up is courage. That's the will to go for that diving dig, even if you think you might miss it. Then there's care. That's having the awareness to support a teammate who just got aced so they're confident enough to nail the next pass. And third is connection, being so in the moment that you can read the tip before the hitter even makes a move. They all feed into each other.
And this quote just brilliantly illustrates that courage pillar. Kerry Walsh-Jennings absolutely nails it. It's about seeing a shanked pass or a missed block not as a failure, but as feedback, as an opportunity to get stronger and smarter for the very next play. And here, Lindsey Berg perfectly captures care and connection. But notice, it's not just about being a nice person, it's about creating an atmosphere of trust. When your teammates feel that energy from you, they find the courage to make those risky, game-saving plays we were just talking about. See how it all connects? Care and connection directly fuel courage.
So, with that champion's mindset getting locked in, let's talk about practice. How do we make sure all that hard work you're putting in actually shows up on game day when the pressure's really on?
This slide shows the huge difference. Over on the left, you've got your static drills, like partner passing. Sure, it feels like you're getting reps in, but you're not learning to read the game. Now on the right, that's where the real improvement happens. Dynamic, chaotic, game-like practice that forces you to anticipate and react. One prepares you for practice, the other prepares you for a championship match.
And you don't have to take my word for it. Olympic gold medal coach Marv Dunphy said it best. The game isn't played in these neat little isolated skills. It's a sequence, right? So the best way to practice for the chaos of a game is to practice the entire sequence of play, every single time. That's how you prepare for what it's really like out there.
Okay, so let's get concrete. Let's get our hands dirty. Here are 2 dynamic, game-like drills you can start using right away to seamlessly integrate those tough, low-to-the-ground moves into your game.
First up, blocking. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, isn't this about the low game? And you're absolutely right. But here's the thing. A well-formed block takes away huge chunks of the court, funneling the attack right to your defenders. A great block is the first step to an easy dig. It makes every single low play behind it 10 times easier.
Take a look at this diagram with me. It breaks down the 3 stages perfectly. Notice the player on the left. They're balanced, they're low, they're ready. In the middle, it's an explosive extension, up, not forward. And then on the right, and this is so important, a controlled landing, balanced and ready to transition to the next move. That last part is everything for defense. So let's walk through these 4 keys to a block that actually works. First, stay off the net. Sounds simple, but it's crucial. Second, and this is a really common mistake, you want to jump after the hitter jumps. You're reacting to them. Third, angle your hands back into the court. We want to score the point, not just stop the ball. And finally, land balanced, because a soft block or a tip is coming right back at you, and you have to be ready for that low play.
All right, now for the attack recovery drill. This is where we really connect the low game to the high game. It's all about one thing, turning an awesome defensive play into an immediate offensive point.
Just look at the flow here. The goal is to make this whole thing one single explosive movement. Someone serves, you make that perfect low pass, and then instantly, with zero hesitation, you're transitioning into your attack. You're not a passer, then a hitter. You become one fluid defensive to offensive weapon.
So, knowing the right mindset and knowing the drills, that's one thing. But organizing them into a consistent plan, that is what creates real, lasting improvement.
I love this quote from the coaching great Russ Rose. There's no such thing as standing still in sports. Consistent, focused effort is absolutely everything. So let's give that effort some structure.
Here is a simple but really powerful template you can use. And notice the progression during the week. On Monday, you maybe introduce and practice a skill. Wednesday, you reinforce it, but Friday is the key. That's when you put it all into a game-like situation. This structure makes sure you're not just practicing skills in a vacuum, you're preparing them for when it actually counts.
So to wrap it all up, the path to a stronger all-around game, it's really built on 3 things. It starts with that strong mindset: courage, care, and connection. It's fueled by purposeful, game-like practice, and it's all guided by a clear, consistent weekly plan.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. You now have the tools in your toolbox. You've got the mindset, the drills, and the framework for a plan. So what is the first concrete step you're going to take this week to become a better, more prepared player?